They say sleep paralysis is harmless, but my grandfather died screaming during one. He was 62, a retired carpenter who never believed in ghosts. One night, in the middle of July, my grandmother said she heard a loud thump, followed by the kind of scream that sounds like it came from underwater. When she got to their room, he was already gone, eyes open, face twisted like he had seen something he could not escape from. The autopsy said natural causes, but me grandmother told my mom something different. She said he was frozen. This isn't just about sleep paralysis. This is about the thing that waits for us when we open our eyes and can't move. It happened to me. It happened to my father, and maybe it's happened to you too. Have you ever seen something in a dream? Something impossible? Then learned someone else saw it before you were born? Comment, I have seen it, if this feels familiar, or never if you are one of the lucky ones. The first time it happened to me, I was 14. We had just moved into my grandparents' old house. That same bedroom, the one he died in, became mine. I remember waking up and not being able to move. The covers were heavy. The room felt colder than usual. I thought I was dreaming, until I noticed something was wrong with the shadows. There was a shape in the corner, not like a ghost, not mist. It was sharp, angled, like someone wearing a coat that didn't move, but its face was a blur, like static in human form. It didn't do anything. I didn't speak, didn't move, just watched, and then I blinked, and it was morning. I thought it was a nightmare, until the next week, when my father asked me why I left my closet door open. I didn't leave it open, but that was the first night he slept in the guest room downstairs. My dad never talked about my grandfather's death. Not really, he said. His heart gave out, and left it at that, until he got sick. During the last few months, the dreams came back for him. He started mumbling in his sleep. One night, I heard him say something that made my skin crawl. He said, "Don't let it remember you." When I asked him about it the next morning, he pretended not to know what I was talking about. But then, he showed me something, an old drawing, folded, faded, from a childhood notebook, the same shape, same coat, same static face I saw. I was speechless. He looked at me and said, "It watches the ones it chooses. It never comes for strangers." Here is where it gets worse. I started researching sleep paralysis entities. Most people see the same few archetypes: the shadow man, the hag, the intruder. But ours didn't match any of them. No online forums, no folklore, nothing on it, except one. A user on a dead thread from 2007 who said, "There's something older, something that waits until the third generation to claim you." They called it the sleeper's heir. They said it wasn't a ghost. It was memory, residue, fear passed down like blood in families. I started recording my sleep, video with audio and everything. But 4 days caught nothing. Then one night, I caught something. At exactly 3:30 a.m., the camera glitched for over 6 seconds. When it came back, my eyes were open. I don't remember waking up, but I remember what I saw. It was standing above me, not on the bed, but above it, like hanging from the ceiling, face down. The static wasn't just visual. It made a sound, a kind of mechanical breathing, like a fan struggling to spin. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. Then its face twitched, like it was buffering, and everything went black. Are you still watching? That means the memory hasn't taken hold of you yet. But if it has, you'll start to feel cold when you wake up tomorrow. You'll see corners that feel darker than the others. Subscribe if you want to hear what came next, because I'm not the only one it followed. When I showed the footage to my mom, she turned pale. She left the room and came back with a small, locked, wooden box. Inside were two things: a Polaroid from the 1970, my grandfather, standing next to my father as a child, and in the blurry background, barely visible, a tall, angular shadow in the doorway. and a cassette tape. She said my grandfather left it behind, and no one ever played it. Not until now. I digitized it. There's only one thing on it. A recording of him whispering the same phrase over and over. It can't dream on its own. It borrows ours. I moved out of the house, but the dreams followed me. Now, even when I sleep in a different bed, I still feel it. Some mornings I wake up with blood on the inside of my lip, like I have a bean biting it down in fear. Some nights, I hear the static again. Not loud, not obvious, but just enough to let me know it's still watching, still waiting. If you've seen it, too, don't speak its name aloud. That's how it remembers. Sleep tight.